Let's talk about growing tomatoes indoors. And first off, I'm going to offer you 10 tips. The first of which is cherry tomatoes are often a better choice. Heirloom tomatoes can produce fewer fruits and not as many. And with cherry tomatoes, we find that you get a lot better overall yield, especially if you're using those in salads, bruschetta, or other dishes in the kitchen. Second is going to be your plant size. Different varieties, if you were to search on the internet, will have different mature plant sizes. And for indoors, oftentimes picking some of the ones that are around 12 inches of height or width, and even as small as this particular red velvet variety, which is supposedly going to be 8 inches wide by 8 inches tall, will help out with not having so much of a struggle for growing a larger variety. Third, consider the grow light that you're using. For the tomatoes that I'm growing right now, this is a 40-watt light panel, and the different colored LEDs that you see are optimized to be able to get the plant to grow and fruit. And at 40 watts, that is not going to cover a very large area, but it will be sufficient for the smaller setup that I have. So keep in mind that you'll want to have a grow light that covers the entire tomato plant sufficiently over the entire length of the grow from seedling to mature plant. Fourth would be picking out a good nutrient to use for hydroponics. You'll want to have one that is balanced in macro and micronutrients, and soil type fertilizers are not recommended for hydroponics. Fifth would be water availability. It is not healthy for the plants to have water that fluctuates between very low in the container or exceedingly high. One of the ways that I've gotten around that is to use a float valve inside of my system with gravity feed from a nearby water reservoir. The black tubing that you see goes down to a Hudson valve that comes up through one of the holes in the deck. Number 6, in hydroponics, oftentimes plants such as tomatoes will spread out and become much more bushy compared to when they're grown in soil. So be prepared to have a little bit larger plant than if you were to grow this in a potting mix in a soil pot. Number 7, be advised that blossom drop is somewhat normal. However, it can be caused by availability of nutrients and having fresh nutrients, pollination, or high or low ambient room temperatures. 8, as leaves mature, they start to go through a cycle where new leaves start to take their place and older leaves start to diminish in health. If that is the case, feel free to come in and pinch off those leaves, and that will allow the fresh growth to come up and take over and provide for an overall healthier plant. 9, as the tomatoes begin to ripen, they do not ripen all at the same time. You'll find 2 or 3 on a cluster may start to turn color faster. Once they get that initial red blush, you can go ahead and pick those. They will continue to ripen on the countertop and should not be put into a refrigerator. When you do so, the remaining plants, green tomatoes, will start to turn color much more quickly. And tip number 10 is check your room's ambient temperature, because if you were to search online, it's easy to find documentation showing the optimal temperature range in which a plant grows. If you were to take 2 different tomato plants, put one in 55-degree temperatures and the other in 75-degree temperatures, it wouldn't take long to notice how quickly the plant grows in the warmer environment. So there you have it, 10 tips for growing tomato plants indoors.